a protest using a paintbrush. NTD spoke with an activist known for his large-scale paintings that call for freedom in Hong Kong. His artwork would often spring up on the region's colorful Lenin walls. Our UK correspondent Jane Werrell has the details.
This 33-foot artwork has a message of freedom.
I think it is the responsibility of every Hong Konger to fight for freedom and protect Hong Kong, and we cannot back down out of fear.
In 2019, thousands of post-its with handwritten notes sprung up spontaneously in Hong Kong's subways, tunnels and shops. This creative way of protesting is a take on the Lenin Wall, first started in Eastern Europe in 1980. The Lenin Wall in Prague is a symbol of artistic resistance against the former communist regime. Among Hong Kong's Lenin walls were these paintings by Yuen. They look like posters but are actually hand-painted. Many have the popular protest slogan, "Liberate Hong Kong, Revolution of Our Times," words that are now banned in Hong Kong following the passing of the national security law. Authorities say this slogan is subversive and anyone using it risks prosecution. Yellow Shops is the name given to shops that support the pro-democracy movement. They returned his paintings.
I originally planned to hang my paintings up in yellow shops, but because of the implementation of the national security law, the shops were unable to put them up and return them to me. I had to make a decision between either throwing my paintings out or keeping them. I chose to protect these paintings.
The new national security law combined with online threats made him leave Hong Kong. In spring, a pro-Chinese Communist Party paper published articles saying the Lenin Wall painter is a sex offender, accusations Yuen says are ridiculous. He said people he didn't know accused the shop owners that hung up his artwork of supporting a criminal.
At its peak, I received over 100 messages a day. You are already the enemy of the people. Don't go out on the street. You will be dealt with us as soon as you go out on the street.
Since arriving in the UK, he painted this piece to mark the one-year anniversary of the August 31st metro station attack, when Hong Kong police stormed subway stations in an attempt to arrest protesters, injuring unarmed passengers. The painting includes some of Hong Kong's popular protest slogans in Japanese.
This is a Japanese translation of the slogan, "Liberate Hong Kong, Revolution of Our Times." It was because this phrase might be circulated in Hong Kong, and I don't want people to violate the national security law because of this. Therefore, I wanted to express the sentence in Japanese.
It also shows scenes of umbrellas and tear gas.
This half year, from June to December 2019, the police used 15,927 rounds of tear gas to tackle the young people in Hong Kong. And these young people could only use umbrellas to defend themselves from the toxic smoke of tear gas. Part of it depicts the students at the Chinese University of Hong Kong fighting against the Chinese Communist Party. The dragon, in fact, represents the CCP. Every single little piece of paper represents a unique message, and each has their own story.
He wants to create a Lenin Wall in the UK.
My wish is to find a wall that's 4 or 5 stories tall, and to draw on it something that's representative of the fight. I hope a wall like that can be set up in the UK.
As Hong Kong is increasingly drawn into Beijing's orbit, he's continuing to fight for Hong Kong's freedoms from the UK with a paintbrush. Jane Werrell, NTD News, London.